Everyone, how you doing? So before we even continue, as you can see, there's a lot of math right here is going on. I just wanted to explain. I've been getting a few emails in regards to the route that veterans should take or what they should do, the advice that they're requesting from me when they're 90%. Should they go TDIU or should they continue fighting? Um, some of the things that uh, I before I even continue, do me the favor, please subscribe to the channel. And the reason why I'm requesting for you guys to subscribe to the channel is because, like I've stated before, um, the information we're very knowledgeable. Us veterans are very knowledgeable, but we need to share this knowledge with our spouses, our siblings, our offsprings, our kids. Reason being is because there was prime example. The VA blogs.va.gov posted an article on a veteran, of Korean War veteran. The Korean War veteran. It just so happens that his daughter had to take over and started taking him to appointments and stuff like that. She noticed that the veteran needed, dentures, and due to him having health issues, she took him to the VA, to the dental department, and she comes to find out that he's only been 20% service connected, and the veteran himself is a two-time Purple Heart Award veteran who has been through multiple combat history and events throughout his lifetime that he obviously is entitled to a lot more than just 20%. So his daughter went off and she had to start from scratch, She had to start from scratch everything to try to get him to 100%. And, luckily she had VSOs, organizations, doctors that were willing to help her out. And she ended up getting her father up to 100%, which took some time, but she got him to 100%, and it was able to help her father out. I'll post that article up. It's a great read, man. It definitely hit home, and you definitely want your families, your siblings to know what's going on with you, um, and be able to help you out to get to 100% if you're stuck somewhere. They might something might improve down the road. Let's say you're stuck at 90%, you're stuck at 20%, 30%, 40%, and you're no, you can't get even not even TDIU. You know, down the road things might change. Based on code CFR 38. Code of laws. The code A, book A, book B, book C. On everything, things might change, and you know your kids might be able to help you out. Your spouse might be able to help you out, even when you can't, help yourself out. So you want to stay up on everything, and subscribing, might be able to help your family out, even if you can't explain it to them. Maybe the channel might be able to explain it to them. And I'm gonna do my best to try to, give examples here and there. And this is one of the other examples right now. So I apologize if this is going to take too long. Just stay with me, um, and bear with me at the same time. So, real quick, I'm currently at 100% PTSD. I have IBS at 30%. Carpal tunnel just went up from 10-10 to 30 and 20, which is bilateral. And then my back, I am 10 and 10, meaning that at 10 from my back, radiculopathy from my right leg alone is only 10%. So I'm just 100%, overall combination, combined 100. Uh, because I have the CMP exam coming up in October 2021, again, I know I've spoken to you guys in regards to, I got my letter, um, but, sitting down and talking to my psychologist, talking to VSOs, talking to other veterans, even though my VSO has not ever steered me wrong, this is just one of those that mathematically you have to look at it the way I do, and the math is always there. It will never steer you wrong, and I have a 50-50% chance of me getting reduced or getting the PNT rating. If I let it just go all the way to the CMP exam in October 2021, I still have a 50% chance, whether I get the PNT or stay at 100 or I get reduced to 70. Um, but if I use the letter and bring it to the CMP exam in October 2021, that would give me a 75% chance of getting the PNT and staying at 100, instead of getting reduced. And there's a 25% that I could get reduced, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I want to stay prepared, and I know when everybody gets that 100%, we stop going to appointments, and it is what I did. I still kept up with some of my other appointments, which is, as you can see, I went from 10-10 to 30 and 20. 30 for my dominant hand, 20 for my non-dominant hand. So just staying on top of my appointments, which I started doing, which my next claims would be able to bring me back up. And yes, me filing for new claims will allow them to review older claims, which is okay because I've had been going to all of my appointments, for everything that I'm service connected. So I should be good to go. It kind of sucks that things have gotten worse, but it is what it is at this point. I want to create that paperwork trail. I want to keep it in my notes because even though we feel we're getting worse and we're not getting it documented, the day that we would get to be reduced, God forbid, we do get reduced. We never created that paperwork trail, to help us document and help us not get reduced, down the road. So again, I started doing this, and this is just the math real quick I wanted to explain. So let's say I get dropped to 70%. Um, I have 30% left to get to 100. So the IBS will kick in, 30 times 30%. So 30 of the 100 that's left to get me to 100 times the 30% will give me 9. We add that to the 70, and I get 79 right here. Now, with the carpal tunnel bilateral, we add the next highest number, which is the third highest number, 30, times the 20% that's left, because now from 79, we get rounded up to 80. We got 20% left to get to 100. So 30 times that gives me 6. We add that 6 to the 79. It gives us 85. We multiply the 20% times the 10 that's left, because remember we're at 85, so we move up to 90. We only get 2 from that 10% that's left times this 20%. It gives us 2. We add that to the 85, and it gives us 87. It will still keep us at 90. And with the 10 that we have times 10, so 10 times 10, 10% is 1 point. So we add 1 point to it, which is 89. And then 10%, 88. And then the other 10% would put us at 89. So if I put it here real quick, 88, 89, we should be good to go. The next one that I want to, so, it would keep me at 90%. So I would be affected. So let's say I was to send that letter in and I get dropped to 70%, for PTSD. With what I'm working on, and with what I already have on paper, I will only be at 90%. So I will end up losing out little over 2 grand, a month. But if I prepare myself and continue going to my appointments like I am right now, this is the second explanation I wanted to tell you guys. For those of you guys that have been emailing me about being 90%, look into your, into your into your ratings. You might be able to increase what you have right now. So let's say I do get dropped to 70%. IBS is the highest I could go is 30%. So again, the explanation: 30%, 30 left to get to 100 times the 30%, it gives us 9. We add that to the 70, we get 79. The next highest number is 30. So 30 times the 20% gives us 6. We add that 6 to the 79, it gives us 85, which would put us at 90. So we're still not there to get to 100. So what we do is the next 30%. Yes, I know that we have a bilateral here, but we still have to go by the next highest number, which is 30%. So we're still at 30-30. So the next one is 30. So let's say once I put in the increase for my back, I get the 30%. That 30 times the 10 that's left to get to 100 gives us 3. That 3 we added to the 85, and it will give us 88. We're still at 90%, but we're still working here. That now we go to the next highest number, which is the 20%. That 20% times the 10% that's left gives us 2 points. We add that 2 points to the 90, and we're a true 90 right here. So 90. We're 5 points away for getting a estimation up to 100. So now we have uh, I put in for my left leg radiculopathy, which I'm starting to feel the shooting pain. Um, and we have the right leg for radiculopathy. We still multiply 10 times the 10 that's left. So 10% times the 10 that's left, 10% times the 10 that's left. That's 1 point each. Those 1 point each would put us at 91 and 92, which still we're 3 points away from 95, which would put us at 100. But because we're still less than 95, we're going to be at 90. All right. We will. I have the ulnar nerves, which has been affected, as well, and it would be secondary to my carpal tunnel. That's bilateral as well, so left and right. So 10 and 10. There's another points here and there, which would, we added to the 92, so it's 93 and 94. Put us 93 and then 94 for left and right. So I'm at 94. I'm still less than 95, so I would still be at 90%. By putting in the tinnitus would be the final point that would help me reach to 95. And that 95 would get rounded up to the 100%. That if I do all of this before any of the October 21 happens, the CMP exam happens, if I do all of this and I get reduced to 70% at that CMP exam on my 5th year, I would still be covered under the combined service connections, and I would still be 100%. And this would not, me getting dropped from 100 to 70% would not affect me. I know there's a lot of veterans that have been dropped from 100 to 70%, and they get very frustrated. But look, man, depending on the other service connections, I don't have anything greater. I have a back strain. My back is a back strain. If I work on it, based on what I'm going with, I will remain at 100, and that reduction will not affect me. Obviously I probably will work on it, but again, the reduction will not affect me. I'm continuing with my appointments. I know I stopped for a brief second, but everything is getting documented, and sadly, it sucks. Things are getting worse, especially with the carpal tunnel, IBS. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, that's my explanation to you guys. Just wanted to keep you guys updated. Help you guys out. If I come up with any more examples, I would definitely play it out. This is my own example. I have about 2 more service connections that are 0%, such as hemorrhoid, which is one of those that I'm unable to, I wouldn't be able to get up, and that's based on fissures and cuts and stuff like that, scarring. I kind of don't want any of that. I'm good to go. There's been, problems here and there, but I'd rather not bleed through my ass, and get a rating that's higher than that, because it means that you're going through a real tough time, with your stomach. So it is what it is. But yeah, this is my brief explanation. I know it's probably not brief, but I just wanted to be able to help you guys, take my time to explain it to you guys. I know, again, some of you guys are at 90%, 80%, 70%. You guys email me, ask me questions. I try to give you advice as much as I can, even while I'm going through the stuff that I'm going through, like, if I'm busy or not. But I'm taking my time to explain it to you guys through this Excel spreadsheet, and show you guys what you guys, the possibilities of getting to 100 PNT. I know guys come, I know how to explain it to you guys, have a goal in mind, 100% PNT. That's what pertains to me. Others would like the IU, PNT IU. By all means, go for it. Um, but have a backup plan, you know. So, you know, let's say you do get to 100% PNT, and then all of a sudden you get reduced, you know, or you just 100%, you know, and you get reduced. You want to have a backup plan, you know. But it is what it is. Please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, just hit me up. If you want me to do the math for you on how it would be able to help you, what you need to work on, let me know and I'll do the math for you. I have no problem with that. Just bear with me on time. That's all I'm asking for. All right. Take care. Bye bye.